Here's part 2 in our backlog recommendation series, where Chimmy and I are going to give you some of the best games from 2023 that you probably didn't play. Let's start out with Cassette Beast. This is a very stylish monster collecting game, kind of like Pokemon, except there's a unique fusion system in this game where you can combine the different monsters you collect to make completely new characters. Bombush Cyberfunk is the spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio. It's basically parkour, BMX, and skateboarding all combined into this wonderful traversal game where you play as a member of a graffiti gang, and you're fighting rival crews in a very militarized police force to take over New Amsterdam as the chief graffiti gang. Lunacid is a very creepy looking first-person horror RPG. It takes place hundreds of years after a beast emerges from the sea and covers the entire earth in this poisonous fog. Bramble the Mountain King is a dark fantasy adventure game about surviving these really twisted and creepy environments to save your sister who has been abducted by a troll. Goodbye Volcano High is a choice-based, interactive, musical rhythm game about a teenager who is surviving her final year of high school right before the world is going to end. Cobalt Core is a roguelike deck builder where you're piloting a spaceship in different battles, and you use the cards that you collect to position your spaceship on this unique axis-based combat system to either defend against attacks or to set up to be able to attack the enemy. This next track is pretty well known, but I don't think a lot of people played this game, and it's the System Shock remake. System Shock, of course, being the 1994 classic that inspired the BioShock series. This takes place on a space station that has been taken over by a psychotic AI who has raised an army of cyborgs and mutants to take over the Earth. Shadows of Doubt is a really unique detective immersive sim game that takes place in these procedurally generated cities where you have hundreds of NPCs, each with unique names, jobs, routines, and it's your job to find out the killer in the city before they strike again. Stray Gods is a role-playing musical game about a college dropout who becomes a muse, and she has to use her newfound powers to discover how the last muse died. And my last track is one of my favorite games from 2023, and it's Venba. This is a very special narrative cooking game about a South Indian woman named Venba who migrates to Canada in the late 1980s. Throughout the game, you get to cook lots of wonderful South Indian recipes and learn how they're prepared and how much work goes into them, but I think there are a lot of lessons in this game that are universal, I think, for a lot of immigrant families coming to North America. And the developers do such an incredible job of replicating these experiences through gameplay. Like, what is it like for your child to speak your native language in a different accent than what you do? What's it like job hunting while you're pregnant and you don't speak the language of the country you're in very well? This game will make you cry happy tears, you'll be crying sad tears, you gotta have the tissues ready for this one. Make sure to like and follow for more game reviews, recommendations, and discussions.